Hello and welcome back to another certified OG schaefchen video. In today's video, we're testing what is arguably the most legendary American car ever produced. And this, of course, is the Corvette C6 Z06. This car has risen to fame over the past couple of years, so of course I had to test it for myself. So sit back, relax and enjoy. Yeah, and here we are. I am currently standing in front of what is arguably one of the best cars America has ever created, and that is the C6 Z06 Corvette. Honestly, in my opinion, probably the best model year Corvette has ever built. I was not a fan of those a few years ago, but since I ever saw more and more of them, especially on TikTok and Instagram, I have to say I absolutely love those. They look so good. It's just such a classic and good design. And the Z06 has even wider fenders in the rear than the front, making it look even more aggressive than a regular C6 Corvette. Probably the most known American car. It's actually, in fact, so well known that most people think that my Viper is a Corvette, which it is not. But yeah, I have the absolute pleasure to test this today. Don't mind the E55. Yeah, this is gonna take forever, this project. We're here for this today, but anyway. From an outside perspective, I have to say it's probably one of the nicest looking cars. Just love how wide the rear looks, the typical 4 exhaust tips in the back, the very classic and very stylish Corvette rear lights. Such a distinct feature, the rear of the C6 Corvette. Also, I just love how this just shapes way back here and how wide this hole is. I mean, look at this. I don't know, it's just very unique design and I love it. It's probably one of the best looking cars out there and I absolutely love them. The only reason why I don't have a C6 Corvette is because I have half of a Corvette to my Firebird. So I don't really think that I have enough reason to buy one of those. But if I wouldn't have the Firebird, this would absolutely be a dream car of mine. Such a good looking design. Anyway, enough talking about the outside because it's the inside that counts. To open the door, all you have to do is press this little door handle and then you can see the interior. In all honesty, the interior is kind of the weak point about the C6 Corvettes, or like in most American cars in general, but I still think that they look pretty good. I mean, it's a very classic design and the best part of them all, they're manual. Because we all know that automatic gearboxes, especially from America, are pretty shit. At least the old ones. Steering wheel, very nice Alcantara. I mean, there's not really much to say about the interior. We're gonna check it out more when I drive it. And the cool part about the C6 Corvette is that it opens to the front, revealing an LS3. This is not from factory, because factory they had an LS7, which, well, honestly, the LS7 is kind of like God's motor, but the LS3 is also probably one of the best LS engines ever built. And yeah, this car had a front end damage, so they swapped it out to an LS3 with a nice little cam upgrade, and it's also tuned, making around 540 horsepower, which should be more than enough for today. And the car is absolutely phenomenal. It's not too loud, but it's a perfect sound, in my opinion. You're gonna hear it later. Apart from that, I love how it looks, especially from the side. Side profile looks... vielleicht brauche ich auch Corvette, verdammte Scheiße, ist das geil. It has some aftermarket carbon parts on the exterior, but apart from that, it is pretty much all original. And yeah, before we go, I nearly forgot about that. We're gonna give you a little sound check because the car sounds so good idling. There's nothing better, in my opinion, than a cammed LS engine. This is why I love these engines. Just the idling sound is so good. Anyway, I'm gonna jump in, I'm gonna pick up Mani, let's go. I think Mani approves the C6 Corvette, but how can you blame him? How can you not approve it? I've driven here for like 10 minutes. I have to say, these 10 minutes were very, very comfortable. So this car can be comfortable if you wanted to. Like, I really have to say, these seats, for sporty driving, let's see what Mani says, but from my experience, so nice to sit. So nice.
Nee, ohne Scheiß, der Sonntag ist auch ganz genial.
So, from these other 10 minutes that I drove it, I have to say, I like how simple it is in the inside. This car is model year 2009, we just found it out. Yeah. I like the instrument cluster and everything. It's very simple, very old school. These buttons, they may look a bit ugly, and they probably are ugly. But the car is from 2009. And honestly, this is probably better than 90% of all the stuff they use in modern cars. This is better than touchscreen and stuff. Because this at least
feel it?
Yeah, it works. Yeah. You don't have to open like 20 menus to get to the...
It works.
Yeah, this is aftermarket. This looks nice. I like that, like whatever it is. This is to remind Mani that he's sitting in the Corvette. The funkiest of it all is the head-up display.
Oh, they're crazy.
Looks like Tetris. Tetris in the windshield.
This is auch geil.
One thing I can tell you already is that the car feels a bit sluggish. So if you compare it to an E92 M3, for example, which I think is a good car to compare to because it's both two-door V8s.
Yeah.
The E92 is a bit more spritzig, a bit more aggressive when you give it gas. And this car, I give it gas and then the engine reacts like half a second later. So,
but it's an LS, baby.
yeah, it's an LS. I think that's the reason, because in the Firebirds it's the same.
Yeah.
You give it gas and half a second later the engine revs up. It's nothing bad. It's just something that you have to get used to. So it feels like you're driving with a 140 ping or something. So, but apart from that, I really like how it drives. The suspension feels very soft.
Wow.
But it is stock suspension as far as I know. So for track driving, I think it may not be so great. But we're gonna find out how it is for street driving.
Yeah.
So let's go, and we're gonna see if we like it. I am ready. Traction control is off with the simple touch of one button. We have 345 tires in the back. Biggest tires I've ever seen, except for my Viper, they have 355s. I'm actually really happy that this car is the original suspension, because the original suspension is pretty soft, meaning that you can drive on these roads, because these roads here are pretty bad. So for these roads it's perfect.
Det gør det over check good.
I feel me so mainly. Okay, the brakes are a bit used already. They are shaking a little bit. Really nice on the road. But it wants to kill you. It doesn't want you driving. It wants to kill you. I feel it. You have to be fast on a steering wheel to not die. The suspension is perfect for the streets. For the track, I think it could be a bit harder. For the streets, amazing. I love it. But it has a lot of grip. Very surprisingly, a lot of grip.
Yeah.
Probably because of the 345s in the back. Now that I think about it, I honestly thought it would be like way more like twitchy and way more breaking loose than it actually is. It's surprisingly good to drive. It does still want to kill you, don't get me wrong. You really have to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it, really. Good car. Sounds good, looks good, drives good. Let's see if it goes sideways as well. Okay, the road is a bit wet here, which means we have to be a bit more careful.
Let's go!
Coolant temperature, everything is perfect. Car is not even hot.
Alles
This car is built for this shit, man.
shit, man.
Erster Gang, Morgan.
Der Punch, Alter. Oh, ist arg.
The gearing is a bit interesting. So first gear is geared really, really high, up until like 80, 90 kilometers per hour. So for this street, to drift it, ideally you would have to be in first gear, or clutch kick the shit out of second gear, or if it's wet, just do second gear.
Yeah.
That's a bit interesting to learn, because normally I'm used to being in second gear for drifting, or even third gear sometimes. But this is common with many American cars. The Viper has pretty much the same issue. I don't really think it's an issue.
No.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Got some POV shots for you as well. Obviously, you also want to see how this car actually drives. I have to say it is pretty nice. I really, really enjoy it. I knew I would like it, but I have to be honest, I didn't know I would like it that much. It's just such a playful car to drive. Feels very similar to an E90 M3, just with a bit more punch. And honestly, the geometry feels very similar between those two cars, which is a good thing to say. E90 and E92 M3s are probably one of my favorite cars, so saying this is a huge plus point. Okay, first gear, second gear, pulls incredibly hard, really, really good. Lots of torque. Back to first gear because of the short gearing. So easy. So easy. so easy. You have to fight it, but once you fight it, it's perfect. It just wants to be fighted. This car wants that you fight the car, and once you do it, it's so rewarding. It's so much fun. It's perfect. Really is perfect. Some of you Europeans, you don't understand how much fun these cars really are to drive. You really don't understand. And you can probably do this all day without the car braking. If you know anything about cars, you know how reliable these engines really are. And they stuffed it right into this car here. Chassis feels good. At first I thought the chassis would be very sluggish, but it's just perfect, really. Fucking love this thing. The whole car is shaking when it's idling. It's crazy. Pure freedom machine, that's what this car really is. And I love it, I'm here for it. It's all I need, really. I have to say I love this thing. Es ist das geilste Auto, was es jemals gegeben hat. This car drives so good. It looks good. It sounds good. Exhaust could be a bit louder, but for today it's actually perfect. I really like it. The OZ wheels fit the car so good. I would probably get it in a different color. Yeah, black or red. Yeah. And also I'm not a huge fan of the aftermarket lights, but apart from that, this car is beautiful. It's so sick to drive. I wish you guys could experience it. It's just so much fun. This would be insane to have it like supercharged or something, honestly. Yeah. All right. We're gonna give you guys some POV clips now because I want to drive this thing even more. Let's go. Second gear. It comes loose a little bit. So well balanced, really. So easy. But it wants to bite you. Sometimes it just really wants to bite you, so you have to be careful. But man, it is so much fun. The differential is also perfect. It locks when you want it to lock. Bro, this car. Goes exactly where you want it to go. Suspension is so nice, really. The joys of an American car in Europe. Alright, let's turn around here. Okay, really quick, I want to see if this works downhill, like with the 90 first gear. Okay, this is basically the American E90. It's confirmed. And we all know that the E90 is a great car. So bro, I've never driven this car before, but I feel like I'm in the right place, honestly. I don't know what they were drinking when they built this thing, but whatever it was definitely the right thing to drink. So great. Once you get the hang of it and once you get used to it, it's really easy to to do what you want to do with it. I'm not saying it's nicer to drift than an M3, because an M3 still is way easier to go sideways with, but this is a bit more rewarding and a bit more fun to drift, I have to say. I don't know why, but it just feels cooler, to be honest. I feel like I'm a cooler person. I don't know why. It's very, very interesting. That's the problem about test driving others' cars. I really want one now. Alright, so C6 Corvette Z06, I have to say, this was probably one of the most enjoyable cars I have driven and reviewed so far. This car is absolutely amazing to drive, and I truly understand why it is so hyped. Everything seems to be perfect. The only thing I would change are probably seats and interior, so that you have a bit more grip on the sides if you go around corners a bit faster. But apart from that, the car seems to be absolutely well built. It's perfectly balanced, power is just great, it doesn't feel too scary, although I think a supercharger would definitely be a great addition to the car. Overall, I would give this car a solid 10 out of 10 on the Sheepman scale, and that's probably the first car to ever receive this kind of rating. So yeah, I definitely think I do need a C6 Z06 in the future. If you guys have any other cars that you want me to review, leave a comment down below, and if you have any car yourself, send an email over to us, schaefchen.testdrive@gmail.com. Yeah, see you guys again very soon.